G'day, and welcome to Mark and Sam After Work. Today I've got a little bit of an update for you as to what we've been up to. This in front of us is the first bit I want to go through. Now this is our Barnard Action Lapua bolt face custom rifle setup that we were testing the 300 Norma in. We've got more testing to do, but there's a few barrels and chambers I want to run through this one here. We've got a new barrel in it this time. And this is a 31.5 inch, that's the maximum we could get out of that barrel blank. 1 9 twist, full bull barrel, so 1.25 inch barrel. Set up with my big muzzle brake and all the bits and pieces this is designed for. Set up to run this one here, which is the 30-378 Weatherby Magnum. So the most powerful of the 30 cals in factory form. So factory chambering. There are some bigger ones, obviously, in the Wildcats, but in the factory chambering, this is, from what I understand, that one there, the biggest of them. Did the normal process we go through with this one here. It's all chambered. I just got it back from my gunsmith, which is the gunsmith who does the chambering for me, which is Brett Thompson Gunsmithing. He did that, set it up properly. We just chambered to the standard Weatherby ream. So the free bore that's in this is quite a lot. The nature of how Weatherby does things, we still ended up where we've got in the 100 and what have we got? The 120 thou of free bore is so of how much jump we're actually running in this setup with a bullet that's extended out quite a bit. I think I pulled that down to 100 thou, sorry. So still a fair bit of jump. They would have somewhere around the 200, 250 thou for the way these things are set up with the normal sort of bullets that people were shooting. So it's one of the features of the Weatherby. They haven't only just got the rounded shoulders, they also got a lot of free bore to get more bullet speed. There's some little positives and some little negatives I can see to that. I've pushed forward a little bit and I'm testing at this point, and at this moment I'm really happy. What I did in the setting up for it is I did what I normally do. I loaded up 5 cartridges with from a little less to a little more than what we think we're going to need. In the powder details, I'm not going to get into the exact loads. We're well over 100 grains of powder. This one here I went from where all the other ones have been running the 2225 or the Rotumbo to the 2218. So it's the ADI 2218, so 50 BMG I think it's called in some brands, but it's a slower burning powder, and I went that way specifically because of the length of the barrel. I felt I was going to be able to use it in this format, and at this stage it seems to be performing really well. But I set up those 5 different cartridges, went out, went bang on the trigger, and found that really of those pressures, I wasn't overpressuring any place. So then I loaded up 50 rounds. I've only shot 20 of them so far, and shot them at that powder load. And what I found speed-wise is I'm running the 3260. So you're about the thing. That amount of extra powder, we get that amount of extra speed.
Beautiful. Just right of centre.
That's good. 32, 64.
Okay. On top of that one.
32, 54.
Just below centre.
That'll do.
Yeah, man.
They're on.
Yep.
And working nicely. So, well, all that's doing what it should do.
Okay.
Hot looking at this.
Radio.
So I'll come down 2 grains. The primer isn't showing, but there's a little bit much, I think.
Okay.
I'll come down a couple. But that's good.
Okay.
Okay, so let's just see what we've got that target set up at.
Radio.
It said here. What did it say here?
1234.
That's good. That's good. You ready?
Yep. Oh, just off top left.
I went a little too far back and off of my wind.
Okay.
Yeah. And right on the money. speed-wise, really good.
Yeah, okay.
Really good. You right?
Yep.
I'm holding bottom of the plate, didn't change my elevation.
Okay. About 5 o'clock.
That
right.
nicked it.
Hang on, yeah, it moved, didn't it? I think there's a nick on the edge plate. There is too. 4 o'clock.
Okay.
It just grazed it.
I heard the tink.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
Okay, so in theory,
there we go.
there it is. Oh well, that's pretty much working.
Yeah.
And there's that tower, just where we're at the moment.
Yep.
That's still like a 1 MOA group, but it should be better than that. But the wind is looking a little varied, isn't it?
Yep. Just off right edge.
Okay. And I went back to the original, to that hold, and that's where we are.
Yep, cool.
Oh, well.
It's working.
It's working. Right on top of it.
Yep, on top of the other one.
Maybe you can have a couple of shots.
Yeah, right, yeah. Yep, this is different.
Yep. So normal sort of preload, it's not going to buff you, it's not hard, it's just a nice solid hit.
Okay, ready?
Center target, yep. Just right edge.
It was it's a bit more than I was expecting, I think.
Okay, so just go hold left edge.
Rightio.
And see where you go with that. That was at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
So
awesome.
Pretty much there. So
I have
if
one
you,
more?
Yeah, have one more. Hold on that, not on that spot, but the center one just above it. Hold your crosshair on that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not used to this side. Nice action though.
Yeah, it is.
Ready?
Yep.
Place
where I'd expect. The only thing I would say is it's probably a tiny bit much when I've actually fired more than sort of 5 or 10 shots and we got a little bit of warmth through everything. I think we're right up to where we're just starting to push the boundaries a little bit. It's just starting to stamp a little bit on the back. If you look at those cases, there's a little tiny bit of stamping on the back there. So we'll probably pull it back down to our second highest load in my tests, but still shot really well. I think we'll probably pull that speed down to around the 30, 32, 40 sort of numbers, and that should be really consistent and work well, just in the way of brass life. As for the spread, I'll put on the speeds there. They're very consistent anyway. We'll see a very consistent speed, and it shot really well also. You know, the thing really is starting to perform really well. We just went at 600 yards and basically got it on target, got it all settled down, got everything sort of set up at that point, and then just went out to 1200 yards to just get it settled. As you see, the last 2 shots I had were on top of each other. That's how it's shooting. Got Sam down behind. She hasn't been behind this rifle, so took that opportunity. It is certainly a bit of a different experience to shooting the 6.5 Creedmoor, that sort of stuff. So it took her a little bit to dial in, but then she was still on the plate and hitting well as well. And we're bending our plate pretty heavily too. So listen, performing really well, really looking forward to testing it. This rifle is the one that's set up to also run the 33XC in the structured barrel. So it's got a bit of swapping barrels around to do the testing we want to do. As to that's going to be this season or in 6 months' time into next season. We'll see what happens with the weather. But yeah, super happy, and the thing is, is a dream to shoot, shooting really well. The other thing we did, well, in actual fact, we had a super crazy week, way too much on, trying to make too much happen, and I tried to actually get out and shoot the 270 out at 3,000. We had an attempt at 3,100, had terrible weather, it wasn't working for us, and we almost got on, but really hard conditions that performed really well. And that's actually shooting the 270 win with a 170 grain Berger ELO projectile. It shot super well, really happy with it. But like I said, not the best conditions. We went out and tried to do it again this week. Not really, jammed sort of in there, tried to make it happen. There was a space out there where we could use it on the property.
Radio.
It should be pretty... Oops, I forgot the magazine. I'll have to put them in.
Radio. Good to go.
Let's see where we go. A bit faster than I thought it was going to be.
Tall and right. 1.5 targets right, 2 targets tall.
Yeah, okay. And a bit right still. Okay. That's 25 minutes. I'll do a little bit of hold, come down, and a little bit of hold. Let's see.
Like it moved, but there was dust just over top. 12 o'clock. Plate looks clean. I'll just get a bit closer.
Maybe hit the rail.
Yeah.
So just over the top.
Yeah. Dust 12 o'clock, like quarter of a target tall.
Maybe it nicked the handle.
Yeah, maybe.
I didn't see it move. Oh, same shot.
Radio.
Oh, I saw
3 o'clock, just off.
Wow. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, it sure is.
Okay, that's the correction for that. Let's see where that goes.
Oh, just off right edge, 2 o'clock.
I wonder if we're getting a little bit of wind variation.
Yeah.
Still pretty nice, but down under 1 MOA out there. This will probably go left edge. That's a little bit more hold.
Just off left edge, 9 o'clock.
Oh, okay. Only one of them. But then we got a phone call for only 5 shots in that no, things had changed and we had to stop. So didn't get on, got super close, really well. A little bit of luck working against the 270 at the moment, but I thought I'd still show you that it's shooting really well as well. Really nice rifle to shoot, and the 270 is certainly working really nicely for that sort of stuff as well. And that 3,000 yard shot, it should do well at. It just needs a little more luck on its side. Anyway, that's what I wanted to tell you for today. Rifle, by the way, the scope is the Nightforce 7x35. This is the first focal plane one I've got on here. Everything in this little combination works really, really well. I probably am going to raise the trigger pressure. This is actually back down at like 3/4 pound, and it is a target trigger you can use like that, but getting sand down behind it to get onto and a super light trigger, it's probably a little bit daunting with something that sort of has a bit of thump and such a light trigger. So I'll probably build that up, as I'd spoken about before, around the 1 pound is what I really like. Anyway, that's about what I can tell you. I hope that you enjoyed. We'll put together some footage there, and thanks for checking in on us. We'll catch you next time.